What's up, y'all? It's your boy Jade. I'm back with another bang. This is What If Naruto Was Trained by Goku, Part 1. Without further ado, let's hop into the What If. So, everything goes the same except for I'm changing a few things. For the story, the Nine Tails is a lot stronger. Stronger than Goku, but Goku went in the fight because he has Ultra Instinct at this time. So this is like right after he fought Kefla, and yeah, he's healed and everything. Or after he fought Jiren, then he got slept. I don't know if he got slept honestly, but that's just I think I remember him getting slept. He might have not got slept. I don't know. But without further ado, let's hop into the what if. So, Goku senses a large amount of power, and he tells Vegeta, actually, I want to change it up a little bit more too. He's going to go to the DBZ universe. So, yeah. Anyways, so he instant transmission with his hands on Vegeta, so they both there. Then he sees Minato sealing the Nine Tails, and he just sealed them inside baby Naruto. Then he dies. And he doesn't have a sensu beam, so yeah. And he doesn't know his name. And plus, he's not dead right now, but he doesn't have sensu beam. So he lands there, and Minato looks at him. He says, "Are you here to kill my son?" Coughing up blood. And Goku says, "No. I'm sorry, I wasn't here fast enough to save you." And Vegeta says, "You don't even know him, Kakarot." And then Goku says, "Vegeta, stop." And then Vegeta says, and he says, Minato says, "I sense you're powerful." And Goku says, "Well, yeah, I am." And he says, "Please take care of my son, Naruto." Then he dies. And so Goku says, "Well, he is super strong. And if you train him right, Vegeta, he can be a super good sparring partner." And Vegeta says, "Yeah, right. How do you even know he would be strong?" "Well, I don't. I could just believe it." Then he says, Vegeta says, "What, Kakarot?" "Whatever you say. Let's go." So there is a transmission with baby Naruto to the DBZ universe. Actually, no, I'm changing it up a little bit. I'm sorry, I don't have a script for this. I'm gonna hopefully start making the script for this. But for right now, I'm sorry, I don't have a script. So yeah. Let's say he unlocks Ultra Instinct earlier. This is like him right after he fought, actually no, right when the god of the like the time when nothing was going on, like there's no fighting, no nothing. This was like during that time, but he still has Ultra Instinct, so yeah. And him and Vegeta decide to keep him, because at first they were about to just leave him. Well, Vegeta was about to leave him, but Goku convinced Vegeta to let him stay. Also, Gohan is grown. Goten, he's the same age as Naruto. I don't know if he really was during this time, but I'm gonna say he is. Let's say Majin Buu hasn't showed up yet, so yeah. A lot of people will be stronger because I can just bend it good as I possibly can, so I can make it everything goes the same. I don't know. Golden Frieza's stronger, and he gonna get a new form after Ultra Instinct. So yeah, like 2 new forms, maybe even 3. Who knows? We just gonna go with the flow. Anyways, Naruto and Goten are like the same age right now, except for Naruto's like a day older. Let's just say Naruto's a day older, and they grow up together. And let's say, I don't know, let's say time moves slower because I don't know, just because let's say time moves slower for Naruto. The Saiyans automatically, like they age slower, but for Naruto, let's say he aged slower because of Kurama. I just want to do that so they can stay like the same age and be like the same height. So, him and Goten are, well, pretty good friends right off the bat. They like inseparable. Cause soon as Naruto seen Goten, instant friendship. Like they look at each other as brothers. Trunks, he doesn't have nothing bad to say about Naruto, and everybody know that. I forgot his name. How did I forget his name? How did I forget his name? Piccolo. Piccolo was obviously babysitting everybody kid, just like in canon. So yeah, Piccolo likes Naruto a lot, but of course he's not going to say it because it's Piccolo. He likes all the kids a lot. Anyways, like I was saying, they're inseparable. If you separate them for like a minute, just crying and crying and crying. Crying and crying and crying, just constant. So, yeah, they're usually always around each other. And Goku, he doesn't know how to train Naruto. He doesn't know what will get him stronger. And he trains both of them earlier. And the time skip for like the age of 3. I don't know what that said. So Naruto's at the age of 3 along with Goten. And they celebrate their birthday on the same day. And Chi-Chi likes Naruto. She thinks of Naruto as one of her own kids. Because let's say Chi-Chi wanted another kid, but she didn't want to go through the problems of pregnancy. So she was about to adopt a child anyways. And plus, they can celebrate their birthdays on the same day. So less money for Chi-Chi to spend. And less money for Goku to make. Some more training for Goku. And less complaining from Chi-Chi. So it's a win-win situation right now. Anyways, it's Naruto / Goten's birthday. Wait, is Goten? I think that's his name, or is that him and Trunks fuse? Or I think it's called Go Trunks. I don't know. I'm sorry. Haven't seen Dragon Ball in a long time. Apologize if I'm calling Goten the fusion. I'm sorry if I said Goten and Trunks fusion wrong. Anyways, I keep saying anyways. I apologize for this. For saying anyways. So let's get back to the story. And like I was saying, they just turned 3, and it's their birthday. So they wake up, and they can talk right now. And they wake up and they sneak out of the house. Naruto, he uses, let's say he can control the cloak. So let's say Goten can go Super Saiyan 1, and Naruto can use the cloak, and let's say it's the same strength. So they use it to kick down the door because they don't know how strong the door is. And the door just goes flying and busts the windows. And Goten and Naruto look at each other, knowing it's about to go down. Chi-Chi runs and says, "What is going on?" And Naruto and Goten look at each other, was like, "I don't know." And Chi-Chi can tell they're lying. So they get the worst whooping in the world. Like, Naruto's like, "I'm sorry, Mama. I'm sorry." And Goten's like, "I'm sorry. Well, we won't do it again." And then they make their adorable face. And Chi-Chi's like, look away from the eyes. Away from the eyes. And she gives in and stops whooping them. So Chi-Chi was like, "Why did you make all that noise in the first place?" And they said, "We wanted to surprise you guys. Because today's our birthday, remember?" And Chi-Chi's like, "Oh, yeah." Then he thinks, "Oh, yeah, she forgot today was our birthday?" And then he was like, "Did you give us anything?" And she says no. Naruto, he's so mad, along with Goten. So they run at the house at full speed and fly away. And Chi-Chi's like, "Hey, get back here." Because she was just joking. She was about to show them the presents, but they already left. I don't know why that keep popping. Can't talk today, I apologize. Popping up. Sorry for that interruption. Anyways, they fly away. Chi-Chi runs in the room and wakes Goku up and tell him to go find her babies. And Goku says, "Okay, Chi-Chi." And Goku flies away. Then eventually he finds them. He says, "Hey, where are you guys gone?" Then Naruto's just like, "Because we didn't get anything. What the heck?" And then Goku's just saying, "What? You did. Your presents." Wait, was this a surprise? Then Naruto's like, "I don't know. Let's go!" And Goten, and Goku fly home. And Naruto and Goten fly to the room and open their presents. And they said, "You're going on a cruise today." And they don't know what that is. They're like, "Yay, I think." So they leave. And let's say the Bull Saga did happen. This is when they first meet the god of destruction. It's going to be different how they meet because Goku isn't on King Kai planet and stuff. So he goes. Little Bear just wakes up. He says, "I had a dream." And the regular canon happened, except for he doesn't go to the planet. And he goes to King Kai's planet and says, "Do you know where I can find the legendary Super Saiyan, don't you? Tell me or I will kill you. And if you tell me a lie, if I find out, I will kill you." So, what is it gonna be? And King Kai, he's like, "Oh man. Sorry, I'm gonna have to just tell him because I ain't trying to die." So he tells him, then he says, "Thank you. You may live." Maybe. And he says, "No, if I find out that you're lying, I will come back and destroy this planet." And they leave. They go to Earth. And he at the cruise. Except for it's not Bilma's birthday party. It's Naruto's and Goten's. And can just only Saiyans fuse? Is that the thing? Can only Saiyans fuse? I don't know if only Saiyans can fuse. Because I'm do like a 3-way fuse. They all fuse together. When they try to fight. What's his name? The God of Destruction, Lord Bears. Anyways. Let me know everything I'm getting wrong and everything I'm getting right. I don't watch Dragon Ball Z that much. So yeah. some things aren't gonna be the same. But look, the God of Destruction comes and Vegeta instantly knows who he is, and he does not want Kakarot to know who he is. So God of Destruction, he sits there, and then Chi-Chi says, "What are you doing? It's my baby's birthday party." And then Lord Beerus flicks her. She goes flying off the ship, completely off the ship, and she just going like circles because Chi-Chi ran up on him. And they're not about to just let this bald-head cat man hit their mother. So Naruto is a troubling child. Trunks is, and Goten goes along with what anybody says. So you know it's about to be some mayhem. Naruto, they're like, wait, what happens if we all charge up then fuse? And they think, can we all three of us fuse? And they're like, let's try. And they all power up, and then they do the dance, and it's like a three-way fusion. So they all go feel. Also, Naruto's in the middle, go to the one side, and Trunks is on the other side, and they say fusion ha, and they all fuse. While they're powered up, so they see the God of Destruction. Naruto, he just sees pure hatred, like he hates that man. So they put Naruto's in like the main control of like the body. So he throws a tailed beast bomb, and he just like in his hand is in the air, and the tailed beast bomb forms. He throws it. Lord Beerus is like, what is that? Then he looks over, and then he just sees a giant. He don't know it's a tail beast bomb. He just seen a giant bomb, and Lisa's like, "Oh yes, that's from that other universe." Then he's like, "What other universe?" "Oh well, from what my sister told me, it's a universe where beasts live." "What do you mean?" "Well, they call them tailed beasts. They're extremely powerful." As it's coming towards them, it's not going fast, but then Naruto, he looks at it, the tail beast ball, and he just flies towards him. And Lord Beerus, he shoots a key blast, and then he realizes, the weakest move he has isn't about to work all that well. So he shoots a stronger one, then it explodes. And then he's like, it's kind of strong. I don't like it. And then he says, "Oh, trust me, it's very strong. It's extremely strong." Lord Chopper fights those. Sometimes he wins, and he actually lost once to the 9 tails. 9. How many tails does it go up to? Then, I forgot his name. We says, I don't know. I think, wasn't it 10? Yeah, it goes up to 10. And then he throws tail beast bombs back to back to back to back to back. And Lord Beerus is getting irritated, so he just, with one hand, flicks all of them right back at them. And Naruto, he dodges them just barely. He runs at him. He says, "Don't touch my mom!" and punches Lord Beerus in his face. But Lord Beerus, he doesn't really feel it, but his face does move a little bit. And he looks at them, then he just flicks them as well. But they don't go absolute flying, they go flying a little bit, but then they catch themselves. And Goku, he's like, "Hey, what's going on here?" Then he says, "Are you the legendary Super Saiyan?" And Goku's like, well, I'm a Super Saiyan, not legendary one. And then he says, "Show me your strongest form." Then he goes Super Saiyan 3, and they're all just like, awesome. And Lord Beerus was like, "Okay, entertain me." And Goku runs at him, and Lord Beerus just flicks. Oh, I forgot. I said Goku has Ultra Instinct at this moment, didn't I? I don't want him to have Ultra. Yeah, he does have Ultra Instinct, let's just say. apologize for changing it up like that, but he doesn't. So Lord Beerus touches Goku, and Goku flies to the ground in pain. And they're like, he's that powerful? And then they do a mix with the Kamehameha, Big Bang Attack, until Beast Bomb. So it's just like, I don't know, Big Beast! So yeah, it's called the Big Beast. So they shoot it at him, and he's like, pathetic. And he's just like, he just flicks it with his finger, and it flies up in the air, destroying the moon. And Naruto doesn't have a tail. None of them has a tail. So yeah, the moon is just destroyed, and the moon's on the other side of the world. So yeah. And Lord Bruce was like, okay, you have too much spunk. And he just gets behind them, and they're like, where did he go? And then he just smacks him to the ground. And he leaves. And Goku goes to the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. And everything happened as usual. So, it's been Naruto's at the age of 5. And Goku thinks it's time for him to go back to his home world. And Tia pick him up soon. And Goku tells him that she's adopted. And Naruto's like, oh, I already know. And then he says, wait, you do? Then Naruto says, I already knew we were different. I have whiskers. None of you do. And I can turn Super Saiyan. And I have this monster inside of me. Then he says, huh? So you know about him? Can you talk to him? And then Naruto says, oh, yeah, I can sometimes. And then he's like, let me see. He said I can summon him. Then he makes a medium style Kurama. I mean, not medium. I don't know, a Piccolo size Kurama, or a Broly size, Kurama. So yeah, he's like, whoa, that thing's huge. And then he says, if I gave him. If he uses all his chakra, he would summon me at 4, which is bigger than any house in this universe. In the Kurama voice, I don't know how to do Kurama voice. Goku's like, hi, I'm Goku. And then Kurama says, I know, I'm inside his body for years. And he says, well, bye. And then Kurama says, whatever. Then he goes back inside Naruto. So Naruto goes back to his regular world, and he's much stronger. Because it's been a few years, like I said, he's 5 now. Because the regular canon happened since then. Like after he got knocked out, everything from canon happened, so yeah. He goes to his home world a lot stronger, because it's been time skip. He's 5 now, he's much stronger. He can rival the Hokage right now. Maiji. I don't actually know he can. He could rival, I don't know, he could easily whoop on Sasuke. He could easily whoop on Iruka. He could rival who do I want to say? Haku. He can rival Haku right now. As a 5-year-old. Like Haku regular age. He can rival both of them at the same time. Like, Haku by himself won't be a problem. Zabuza by himself. He rivals both of them together. So yeah, he doesn't rival Kakashi. You might be saying, Zabuza is stronger than Kakashi. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. Not, at least it's not in my universe. But I think this is going to be a little longer for you guys. Because I did reach 24 subscribers. So I'll make this a little longer for you guys. So yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to group myself. Alright. So, hold on. I'm trying to think what I can. Alright. I'm sorry. I just had to recuperate. Anyways, I said anyways like 3 times in a row. Alright, I'm just gonna talk. So, like I was saying, he can rival all of them right now. I mean, Haku and Zabuza. And he just like teleports him to the beginning of the Leaf Village. Then he said, "I promise I will be back. Bye." Then he instant transmissions away. Then Naruto's like, "Okay, bye, Dad." And he walks, and the village looks at him like, he looks recognizable. And I forgot his name. The dude don't tell the village that Naruto has a 9-tailed fox. So yeah. And Hiruzen recognizes Naruto right away. He's like, "So you're Naruto, right?" And then he says, "Huh?" Yeah, also, I'm wondering how they know his name is Naruto. Let's just say Minato had said, "My son Naruto." Anyways, he was like, "Yes, that's me." He was like, "Where have you been?" "Oh, I've been to my dad." And he's like, "Your dad died." "Oh, I mean my other dad." Then he was like, "Your other dad?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, he trained me. Look what I can do." He puts his hands in the air and he throws a tail beast bomb. And it flies, it hits the moon, and the moon is destroyed. It's a different moon because he's in a different universe. And he says, "Did you destroy the moon?" And we know it's a special kind of people on the moon, a race, and they fix it right away. So yeah. Then Naruto says, "Oh yeah, I do." And then, he's like, "Yeah, I did." Then he was like, "You're very, very, very strong, I can see." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm super strong." But anyways, who are you anyways? He's like, "Oh, I'm a friend, you can say, of your teacher." And Naruto says, "You are? Nice to meet you." "Well, you already know, but I'm gonna say it again. I'm Naruto Uzumaki. Believe it!" And he says, "Okay, I guess. Kind of weird. But this might be where I'll end it off now. I'm gonna at least get to the Zabuza part. I'm plugged like that. I'm gonna get out to the Zabuza part. Sorry, I had my cover and somebody brought it to me. Sorry for interruption again. Yeah. So he shows Hiruzen all his skills and stuff. And Hiruzen wants him promoted to Chunin. He was even thinking about Jonin. But he's like, too far. But Naruto says, "I don't want to be Chunin. I want to learn the regular way." Believe it. So he goes to the academy. Let's just say he's the same as Sasuke. Because Hiruzen's like, "Okay, you're at least gonna..." Yeah, so he's like the same class as Sasuke. So he's regular class. He says, Shikamaru, he seems like, he sees that Shikamaru's a pretty chill dude. So he's like, "Oh hey, I'm Naruto Uzumaki." Then he says, "I'm Shikamaru. I forgot his last name. Please don't roast me." Then he sees Choji snacking on some chips. He says he looks pretty cool too. He goes to Choji and says, "Hi, I'm Naruto." Then he says, "Oh, I'm Choji. Want some chips?" Naruto's like, "I'm fine." Then he says, "You're lost." And he's finished smashing them chips. So he sees Sasuke over there being emo, and he goes over there and says, "What is your problem?" Then he says, "How don't you know? I thought the whole world knew." Then he's like, "Well, I was in another universe for a while." And then he says, "Yeah, right." Then he's like, "Oh yeah, do you think no human being can do this?" And then he does some weird things and shoots ki out his eyes. And one key ball, though, like out his eye. Then he's like, "What the? You're disgusting. I don't know what you are." He was like, "We're just from a different universe. Can we be friends?" Sasuke says, "I have no friends." And then he says, "Move or I will hurt you." And Naruto's like, He starts laughing. Everybody in the class. Shikamaru was about to be like, hey, well, calm down. You might want... But he was about to say that, but he didn't. He says, you think you can beat me. Aruka comes in and is like, settle down, class, settle down. We have a new student in our class named Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto stands up. He's like, believe it! And everybody's like, okay, this kid's lame. Then he was like, also, you might be thinking, because he's a little weird. He's weak, right? Well, the Hokage was thinking about promoting him to Jonin, but he decided, nah, Chunin's fine. But he was the one who decided to be in a regular class, so he can learn. And then Naruto, he shows off a little bit. He rubs his nose with his finger like, and then Naruto sits down, and everybody's like, Jonin? Chunin? This is a little much. This guy must be awesome. Yeah, but he can't be my Sasuke. That's what the girls were saying. The boys was like, yeah, I don't see anything special about him. Yeah, I probably could take him. Kiba's like, yeah, right. Like, as if he's something. And then Naruto, he's like, shut up. And then he just puts his hands together and makes shadow clones. Sorry. This is actually gonna be the end of the video. Bye.